everybody, one of Wisdom here. It is Saturday night, December 12th, 2015. Rainy, snowy, windy, all that stuff going on. And we've got quite the storm in here. I've mentioned for some time, I kind of started teasing it, like, would anyone like to see me attempt to build a computer? And some people actually did want to see that. Some of you were just curious about what I was doing. Some people said I was crazy. And I don't know what I am, but I do know that I look like a electronics store. So we basically, I think, got everything here. I could be wrong, there could be some loose ends or something, but for the most part, the key components, I believe, have arrived. And I don't know that I will unbox all of this stuff, quite frankly, because some of it is out of my realm. I could essentially show you what it looks like, and you could get an aesthetic feel for the product and say, hey, you know, that actually looks better in person. I think I'll go that route. Might be something you were unaware of on the market. But for the most part, most of this stuff is over my head. I will be teaching myself how to build this computer through 1, reverse engineering, and 2, YouTube videos. So, lots of people will know way more on this stuff than I do. I can just kind of give you an idea of what we've got. A couple of these things I will for sure unbox. Others will just kind of take in stride, but I'll try to do my best and just kind of a rough, I've never built a computer, you've never built a computer, maybe this will help you style of a deal. So what I want to do is just highlight everything. Now, some of this is sadly misleading. The case is the Fantex Inthu Lux, and I would prefer to pronounce it Intho, but I believe Inthu is seeming to be what people go with, so we'll replicate that. And while the box is black, it's white, and it scared the number one. There's the dent in it, which, you know, one of your key items that did not come in another box. You don't want to see that. It's packed decently. I have not actually had it out yet, but I have pulled enough styrofoam to confirm it is white. So, original plans was for the Raid Max Vampire Winterfall. I fell in love with that thing when my nephew got his gaming computer earlier this fall, I guess September-ish, and was getting things going. He got the Raid Max Smilodon. It was kind of what they set him up with. I was checking into stuff. The Vampire Winterfall, I've seen predominantly negative things said about it just because of like the size and the scope, and it seems like the vast majority of commenters and review people want things to be smooth, sleek, and inconspicuous. That is a very loud, in-your-face case. That's actually what draws me to it. If I'm building a computer for the first time, I don't need it to look like a black brick. I want it to be loud and in your face. I waited and kind of tried to piece everything together here, which does take some time when you know nothing, believe it or not. And I didn't want to make too many mistakes, hopefully. I don't know that we have. We'll find that out as we assemble it. But heartbreak moment, that thing has been discontinued. I went straight to Raid Max. I couldn't get answers. I tried to get answers, and I couldn't from any of the retailers. Found a contact at Raid Max, which was very prompt in responding to me, and it has been discontinued. And there was no notice of that, or I would have bought it, because Cyber Monday sales and Black Friday sales apparently suck for all things high-end electronics and computers. Literally, the prices that I saw week 2, 3 weeks preceding Black Friday were way better than what I wound up paying. My fear simply when I bought it Black Friday, Cyber Monday, was that it was going to go out of stock for Christmas and the prices would just continue to rise. So, lesson learned there. Apparently, if you want to build a computer, the lowest prices I have seen thus far honestly came maybe Halloween, early November, and then they've progressively gone up. So, like I said, kind of got the shaft on some of this. But the box, again, misleading. It's black. It scared the snot out of me. I was like, oh, Lord, it's damaged and the wrong color. It is white. You'll see that later. We'll come in now, I guess, kind of take the big items, if you will. Motherboard, I originally was going to do, and again, I don't know if it's Asus or Asus. I think Asus is the official way to pronounce it. You know what I'm talking about. They had a really nice deluxe Z170 board. Kind of liked it because of the aesthetics. Is what drew me to it. It had built-in Wi-Fi, some other features. But the reviews on that thing are horrible. And when I have never, ever built a computer from scratch before, that's a little scary. Red is not a color I like, and I've debated like trying to color coordinate this thing to blue. Just kind of replace the red with the blue. I don't know if I can. I've not had it out of the bag yet. We'll probably just stick it in, and we'll just, if it's visible, which I'm not sure the red will be, This is all kind of stuff I'll have to feel out as we progress, but if it's an eyesore to me, I'm pretty competent with paints. I think I can handle that. If I wind up liking it, we'll have a red, white, and blue themed build. But right now, white and blue kind of my key color. So that's our board. It's the Gigabyte Z170X Gaming 7. Again, originally planned the Asus Z170 Deluxe, which this thing was on a killer price, and it allowed me to buy some other items I otherwise would not have picked up. So it worked out well in that regard. The cooler, something about water cooling intrigues me. It's very cool. It looks so much better than these ginormous air coolers. At the same time, something about water cooling that has, you know, pre-assembled lines kind of scares me. I'm pretty competent with fuel when it comes to vehicles. I think I can handle water. But it just, this is the first time I'm doing this stuff. I don't want to dump even a small reservoir of water onto an expensive motherboard, an expensive video card, a power supply, etc. I'm gonna play it the safe route, go this direction, and I think it'll actually look cool. This is the Fantex, what is the part number? PHTC14P. It's the massive 141. Think it'll fit, and it's actually this blue color. I was gonna go white. The price went up $25, actually $35 with some rebate. I actually like blue. I hated the colors that I saw online of this thing. In like website retail places, and then I looked at customer photos, like reviews on Amazon, and it looks amazing. It's like an anodized blue color, and $35, and I like blue. Hey, we're gonna roll the dice, go this route. So speaking of Fantex, this is their like LED strip for the interior. So we're just gonna roll these dice, kind of see where they fall. For memory, this was kind of a tough thing, and I sort of had this spec down for a different board, but G.Skill Ripjaws 4, it's just 4x4, so 16 gigs. We'll see. That might be something that changes. I don't know. I say that because rendering is very important to me. Processor, this is where I could have maybe backed up and I thought saved money. Then I looked at the parts and I realized that it's kind of about the same, really, if you go like X99 or something. So I went with this Skylake. I just thought, why not? And that tied in with the Z170. We got the USB 3.1s, the Type-C connectors, which are kind of important to me as well. And so this sucker has been very difficult to obtain. It was out of stock pretty much all the time since Black Friday. Somehow it came up as the bundle. I was able to get it that way. It is 6,700K. Hopefully it turns out good for us. Now coming over here, just a Samsung SSD. Again, I'm going to hopefully be able to put the operating system on there, have it be snappy. 250 gig just in case. Might put some other things on there, our original, launch files and things. Right here, video files are massive. A lot of people just get a 1 terabyte and be done, or 2, one to record to, one to render to. I do a lot of stuff with media files outside of just gaming, and the file sizes get bigger as you enhance your quality. So the 4 terabyte deal, this was actually something that I didn't do too bad on holding out for the sale, so I'm content with that. Right here, that's just an LG, CD, DVD burner. I, honest to gosh, do not own a single Blu-ray. There's no point in me, therefore, getting a Blu-ray drive. If I ever do get one, hopefully the prices drop by the time that happens. So coming over here, this is the EVGA GTX 970. This is like the fancy super quad, kind of like the top of the line one in the 970 series. Why not 980? Because this is like less than half the price. My nephew has it. I think this one might be like a step or two above his in the 970 line. I don't know. It's all very confusing to me because I work with model numbers and car parts and things of that nature, and you don't have so much redundancy in anything else that I've seen here. That said, I did pop for the backing plate, got a pretty sweet deal on that. We might paint that. I don't know, white or an anodized blue. We'll just kind of have to mock everything up and see. Might leave it black, who knows. But the money that I said, I didn't see myself popping for a 980 and really gaining anything, essentially. Particularly with the PC games I plan to play. It didn't make sense to me. And so again, there, just like on the motherboard, sort of kind of a downgrade, but the money saved got to be reapplied elsewhere, and I think that'll work out well for us. Plus, if I ever decide to SLI this stuff, that comes into play as well. So Power supply. The main thing I got from kind of watching people initial builds and company reviews and whatnot is don't get a crappy power supply because you will regret it. Other thing I kind of pieced together on my own is I was like, why does this one have so many wires? And then I realized that now they do modular power supplies. Modular basically means all these sockets you see here, the plugs, they don't have the cables coming out of them. And that is good because you want everything that you do yourself to be custom, clean, and sleek. And if you're not going to use all of the cables, you don't need to have them plugged in and have to deal with them, hide them, work around them, etc. So that's where that ties in. That I might actually unbox. It's not super exciting by any means, and I guess unless you're like super into this stuff, in which case you've probably already seen it or have something of a higher grade. I just want to unbox that because of the amount of effort and thought that went into the packaging. You would think you were unboxing just like I don't know, a family heirloom, custom jewelry, I don't know. But Corsair did a fantastic job packaging that thing. Right here, this is kind of for my personal enjoyment and or testing. The Fantex case, I believe, came with adequate fans, but I'm not sure what aesthetic I'll go with. So these Aero Cool Dead Silences, we got the blue one and the white one. You can't really see them super great, but they're both LED. And then I went with the white Fantex one as well. Again, that's just kind of for me to personally play with and see what we like. Right here, that is a Sharkoon Shark Force. I'd never heard of it either. But it is basically the cheapest white mouse that doesn't look like it descended from 1996. I'm not sure I'm gonna like it. The mouse I have now is like a Zelotes. I don't know how to pronounce that either. It's really cheap. It's like the $9.99 $12 mouse, and I absolutely love that thing. The problem is their white one sucked. They had like this really weird design I did not like at all. And then when you step up to like some name brand one, you go from like, you know, $9, $12 to 60, 80, 100 plus. There's nowhere locally for me to like get a feel for these things. You know, I think Best Buy has like a couple, you know, razors or something. But when I'm going to sink that much money into a mouse, something that I routinely have to replace, I'd kind of like to get a first-hand feel for it. So we're rolling the dice here. If we hate it, we'll either just use something like I've got now and not care that it doesn't color coordinate, or I might try to go out and pop for a fancy one and hope it works. Now, something that we did pop for, mainly because we saved money on the graphics card and the motherboard, is right here. This is something we're going to unbox. And apparently that is Rocket. I've heard so many people say Rocat. I think like the first several reviews I watched, mainly on their mouse line, people were saying Rocat. I guess it's Rockets. And I've not seen anyone unbox this thing, but it's in white anyway. And obviously with the white case, the white themed build, it kind of tied in. It's a bit pricey, $99. I never in my life thought I'd shell out 99 bucks for a keyboard. But again, we saved quite a bit in some other places. It allows us to kind of splurge a bit here. And it is important. I don't know, I won't go into it too much, but we'll kind of check it out again. It won't be thorough, it won't be super detailed, simply because a lot of it is above my capacity or scope to speak to you with any sort of a knowledgeable base. But what I can do is show you what it looks like and give you a general feel for what the product would be like if you decide to pick it up. So I think that will be worthwhile. But I think that is it. We've got our case, our CPU and motherboard, our drives, we got the cooler, we've got the accessory lighting, the RAM, power supply, fans, peripherals. That's pretty much it. So I feel like we got everything. Windows 10 is here. I went with Windows 10 not because I wanted to. Number one, I couldn't find like a legit Windows 7 copy to purchase. Number two, I currently have Windows 7 and I like it, but one of these nights I'm just going to be going along and then the computer's going to stall out and be like, what's the deal? And I'll be, you know, rapid button smashing or something, and we're going to accept the upgrade to Windows 10. My thoughts are in the new one, I'll just circumvent that. Plus, since I do have the X-Bone, there's kind of some other things that tie in with Windows 10 and Pocket Edition for Minecraft and sort of integrating. So figured we'd go ahead, bite the bullet, get that done, and didn't get too bad of a deal on it. So that's it. This is what we've got. This is what we will be working with, or I will be working with, and you will be seeing or hearing me vent and be frustrated with not understanding. But hopefully it's some good stuff. I don't know. I kind of tried to do my research and get some stuff that would be good, last us a long time, and perform up to our expectations. So that's what we got. Again, feel free to let me know your thoughts here. Let me know if there's any portion of this you'd like to see unboxed, anything you'd like to have skipped over, etc. But I'm excited to get some of this stuff out, start kind of throwing it together, seeing what we can't do. Try not to break anything expensive, and hopefully in the end have a brand new computer that we can have many years of good times with. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching, and for myself and this mess, we will catch you back here for more on this custom gaming PC build.